Maboy Manila, Pope here. We are back with another gaming review, and this time we will test out the gaming performance of the POCO X7. Last time we talked about this device, we checked what kind of features it offers, how well its camera runs, and its overall performance. But the real question is, can it handle mobile gaming? Let's find out. Let's start with Mobile Legends. Its default settings are set to super frame rates and high graphics quality. Let's bump the graphics quality to Ultra and test its performance. As for its gameplay, it was smooth with no stutter or frame drops. Although the device felt warmer after one game, it didn't affect its overall gaming performance. So for Mobile Legends, with super frame rates paired with ultra graphics quality, we get about 88 to 92 FPS. Next up is League of Legends Wild Rift. By default, its settings are set to quality paired with 30 frames. Let's set to custom and turn on 120 frames and pair it with high graphics quality and medium resolution. The only time I encountered a stutter or FPS drops was back in the opening sequence. But once we were in the game, we got a smooth sailing experience. No stutter, not even frame drops. Compared to Mobile Legends, this time the device didn't feel warm after a few games. So with the 120 frames paired with high graphics quality and medium resolution, we get about 86 to 97 FPS in clashes and around 112 to 117 FPS out of clashes. Third is Call of Duty Mobile. Default settings are set to max graphics quality paired with max frame rates. Very high graphics quality and ultra frames are available, but you can't pair both options. So we will play with an ultra frame rate with low graphics quality. As for its performance, we get a smooth experience. It has no stutter or frame drops, although its FPS did struggle to maintain a consistent 60 frames, we still get a pretty solid experience. Gunfights are smooth, which is great. You can hit all your flick shots with no problems at all. So for Call of Duty Mobile with low graphics quality paired with ultra frames, we get about 57 to 62 FPS. Now for the heavier games, first let's try out Wuthering Waves. We will set its settings to lowest plus 60 frames. During exploration, there are some certain locations where FPS dips a bit. When flying around, we get a bit of stutter when the environment starts to render in. While for combat, it is not enjoyable. For dailies, it is bearable, but if you are planning to do endgame content on this device, you might not enjoy it. So for Wuthering Waves, with low plus 60 frames, we get around 33 to 40 FPS in exploration and 17 to 24 FPS in combat. Next, we have Zenless Zone 0. Let's try it with the same settings as Wuthering Waves. Both exploration and combat output stutters and frame drops. 6th Street is bearable, while Luminous Square is much worse. As for combat, we encountered a freeze frame during our combo, which is not good. I would recommend only doing dailies on this device since it delivered a poor performance. So for ZZZ, with low plus 60 frames, we get around 22 to 34 FPS in exploration and around 12 to 23 FPS in combat. Lastly is Genshin Impact. With the low plus 60 frames settings, we get a much better experience compared to WUWA and ZZZ. We get a seamless and smooth overworld exploration with a bit of stutter but barely noticeable. As for combat, we did a floor on the abyss and surprisingly, we had a smooth experience. Doing endgame content on this game with this device won't be a problem. Swapping characters is smooth, even in the ultimate animations we get no frame drops or stutters. So for Genshin, with low plus 60 frames, we get about 34 to 40 FPS in exploration and around 45 to 57 FPS in the abyss. Overall, the POCO X7 is a solid device if you are planning to play competitive titles like Mobile Legends or Call of Duty Mobile. They run smoothly on this device so you can easily climb the ladders without worrying about the performance of your device. As for heavier games, I expected ZZZ to deliver an acceptable performance. Unfortunately, it didn't. Surprisingly, Genshin manages to deliver a pretty solid performance. So for a device that is priced under 20,000 pesos, the POCO X7 is not a bad option for mobile gaming. So that is our gaming review of the POCO X7. What are your thoughts about its performance? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you will be updated with our future contents. Also, don't forget to visit manilashaker.com and follow us on FB, X, and TikTok for more tech news, reviews, and comparison of the latest devices. Once again, this is Pope, and mabuhay Manila!